think if you made it a goal to keep yourself involved in many different facets of life, I think that you really find happiness where you never knew you could find it. I think that in a sense, you were watching this video last night about this cognitive behavioral therapist, and you were interested in it, and he was talking about how often if we say to ourselves that our life is set in stone and we have to be disciplined and we have to function this way and this is how it is and this is our expectations of ourselves and it has to be within this narrow confined gap and we have to stay on this path, that the risk for disappointment is very high. Of course there's a huge risk for disappointment in that case, and I think you do a little bit more of that than you even are willing to admit. Not that you really want to. I think that you're open to different ideas and different avenues coming your way. But there's that one aspect to your thinking process that says it seems like it doesn't work out for me, like it's written in stone, that in a sense it doesn't work out for me. I just thought of something else I wanted to talk about. It in a sense, there seems to be this, the messages that you send yourself, there seems to be this path of disappointment. That I'm going to be disappointed, that I'm just going to be disappointed. Because it can't be that good, because it can't get that great. And I'd like you to be surprised at how great it can get by continuing to motivate yourself and discipline yourself and move forward and have some structure and have some wherewithal to think clearly and be calculating in terms of how you're going to accomplish what you're going to accomplish. I mean, if you look at the screenplay, you recognize today that there's a bright, there's so much potential for this bright light to open up and you to be lost in this world of creativity and wonder and just the mythology and the structure of the whole story, it being magical and that feeling so great, that just feeling so wonderful, and you know that that's there. But yet there's something inside you that goes, oh, but it's so painful for me to even write. It's just so painful. I mean, you were standing in the kitchen, you were like ready to crawl out of your skin. You could barely fathom how you were gonna type the first word, and you structured and you came up with a really good plan, and you said, well, don't force yourself to write 3 pages if you can't, but definitely write at least 1 and get to that goal of writing 3 a day. Say it's really better to write 3 a day, because at the end of the month, gosh, you'll have so much more material you can work from than if you were to just write 1 page, which, with that said, 1 to 1.5 pages a day of really good material is better than 3 pages of crap. And that was one of your concerns, that you were going to sit down and it was going to be such a struggle to write, and yet you were going to force yourself to write, and what was going to come out was just going to be the just shittiest crap in the world. I mean, just the most uninteresting, bizarre bullshit, and you just weren't sure how you were gonna fathom grappling with it. And after writing, now there's a sense with you that you're like, no, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's creativity is magic. It's pulling something out of thin air. And when you're excited and you sat down, you wrote, you were excited, you got it on the page, there were structures and potentials with character development and everything that you you don't even know where it could go. I mean, the possibilities are really, truly endless. And that's something you should really recognize and be proud of and really be happy about.